Colin Cowherd is up to his old tricks again, hating on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, I know it's only June, but what is Colin Cowherd talking about? In the latest episode of his show, The Herd Live, right? Colin Cowbung starts to criticize the Pittsburgh Steelers and their winning culture, the standard is standard, how we need to go on the Super Bowl run, and then why the fans so happy paying Minka Fitzpatrick all this money. As Minka Fitzpatrick is now the highest paid safety in NFL history, which could only last maybe a few weeks to months, or possibly at the before the season starts, someone else could be a higher paid safety than Minka Fitzpatrick. So Colin Cowherd goes on a bit of a rant or a discussion, and pretty much, guys, in the day and age of social media or media, you can give anyone a microphone. And I guess with this guy being Colin Cowherd, being on the radio for a very long time, look, I'm not doubting you that you're a good presenter. You're one of the best, I guess, in the industry. Far beyond what I'm doing here on Steel Nation Australia. But there is a time where, you're just trying to pretty much piss off the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your take on Minka, your take on the organization, how we are so happy with the value that a lot of fans love the pick or love the idea of keeping Minka as a Pittsburgh Steeler. And during this speech, you lay some shots down saying, well, we haven't won a playoff game in 4 years. We all know that. We all know we haven't won a playoff game in four tries, or whatever it is, or 11. I think since 2016 was our last playoff win. Right? We haven't done that success. Okay, we have spent now. The Steelers have spent the most money on defense, being number one overall, and spent the least money on offense. But in my opinion, defense wins championships, and I think we have a really young offense and a better team in this offseason. So this speech that he does kind of pinpoints one thing. It's claiming to overpay a safety. That is Minka Fitzpatrick. Now, to the NFL guys and to Colin Cowherd and people, of his stature, they say that this is you're overpaying a safety. But guys, I want to talk about in today's episode, or today's video, I want to talk about value. Like, what is value, right? And value can mean something value can mean something a lot to someone and a little to someone else, right? And this is a clear example, in my opinion, that the Steelers value Minka Fitzpatrick and what he means to the team, what he means to the culture, and locking him up for 5 years, paying him $18 million a season, $36 million guarantee, whatever it is, right? Paying him that much money is value to us. It's good value. But to other people, other fans of the NFL, other media guys out there, look, I'm not on the same level. I'm not on the same level as Colin Cowherd. I haven't got the big studio yet. I haven't got the fancy microphone yet. I haven't got the overlay. But what I do know is I have the passion and heart, and I have some knowledge about my Steelers, right? And for me, the value of this team, the value of Minka Fitzpatrick to the team is high, is an all-time high, right? So I've used this example before, but for instance, when I used to go and sell travel, when I was a travel agent, I would sell travel to somebody would say to me, how much money to go to Bali, right? To a flight to Bali, for example. And a flight to Bali may cost, let's say, $700, right? Return, right? And the person in front of me sitting in that chair would do one or two things. They need to question that value. So they would go, oh man, $700, that's so expensive, right? But what does it mean to you? What is the value to you? Because that money is different. The value of what you're buying, the product of what you're buying, and the value that is what Minka is, it means different to different people. So some people might sit there and say, $700, I can't wait to go to Bali. It's been my long life dream to go there, to take my family and to chill out with my family on the beach and have cocktails and have the most relaxing holiday ever. I'll pay $700. I can't wait to buy that. Other people might say, $700, I'm not paying that. That's way too expensive. It should be $400. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, is the value of this pick, this signing from Minka in Colin Cowherd's Colin Cowherd's opinion says the value is it doesn't mean anything, and there's why would you pay him? You overpaid a safety for a Steelers organization that can't win the playoffs, and they should only be paying TJ Watt money. Don't pay anyone else. Pay TJ Watt the most money, right? But for me, the value of money or the value of a product like this for Minka is quite high. If you want to establish the organizational culture and get someone good there and have a safety back there for 5 years, this is a fantastic buy, 100%. But the haters like Colin want to piss on the Steelers and say, well, you shouldn't have paid him this much money. What does he mean for the team? He's not the best safety in the league. Yada yada yada. So guys, what I'm trying to say is overall, it doesn't matter what the product is. If it is a signing of Minka for him coming, signing a 5-year deal. If it's going out there and buying a camera costs, $4,000 or whatever it is, and you go, man, $4,000, I can't pay that. And someone else says $4,000, that's a steal. That should be worth $6,000 for all the features you get, right? For instance, for a video game, you go and buy a video game, $100 may mean way too much for someone who loves that certain video game and wants to play it and have fun and enjoyment out of it, right? You got to find the value in these things. And what I find in this pickup and this extension signing for Minka is the true value is we've got him for 5 years. 5 years extension to build this defense to hopefully be a top 10, top 5 defense from 2022 to 2027, like a long way away. We can secure that spot that is safety for the next 5 years and build around that, build around TJ and build around Cameron Haywood in the last, those three fellas will be together for the next 3 or 4, 5 years, right? That's what value is to me for the team. It's not that we overpaid him. You got to spend the money anyway, right? And people forget that sometimes. You got to spend the money. The Steelers and all these guys, the NFL guys, get a certain amount of money to spend. Was it $200 million or something like that to spend? Salary cap or whatever. You got to spend it. Why not lock up a safety like Minka Fitzpatrick, then worry about going through the draft or going out and getting someone else? This is a huge deal for Pittsburgh Steeler fans and the organization. So fellas like this, Colin Cowherd, who says, what is the direction of this team, and the Steelers have to go out there and win Super Bowls. 100% we want to go out there and win Super Bowls, but moves like this, the signing or the extension of Minka Fitzpatrick, give us a good chance to go and do that. So the question is, guys, what is the value? What is the value for Minka for the Steelers? And to me, or my opinion, it is quite high. They value him so much, they're willing to give him $18 million a year. He's a disruptor on defense, can go out there, get interceptions. He's been around 120 tackles last year. This is just such a silly take. I know the guy's big media. He's huge. He's huge media. But the overall take is just silly. It doesn't mean anything. They pretty much said, we got nothing to talk about. Let's push the button and piss off Steelers fans. So I'm happy with Minka signing the 5-year deal. It's unbelievable signing a 5-year deal for Minka to stay here with the Steelers, and we can contend now to go in the playoffs, win games, and hopefully we can win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years with Minka. He can have a Hall of Fame career and walk off into the sunset. So thanks, guys, for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. I had to address my mate Colin because he's off today. He wanted to push the button and annoy some fans, and he definitely did. He did his job. So thanks, guys, for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you later.